right. Yeah, baby. We ain't going nowhere. Just like he ain't going nowhere. And we going forward. Better recognize. Better ask somebody. Um, let's get the popping here. Foreign policy. That's the main topic and the main issue right now for the campaign. And now Romney's getting ready to switch up because his campaign's mad because they missed a lot of opportunities. They made a lot of mistakes. How are you going to run a country when you can't even get together a campaign? I mean, your party has made sure that this economy has stayed down. Your party has lied. So a lot of people that voted for Obama to get into office, some of those people ain't even going to vote for him no more. They're thinking about voting for y'all and not voting at all. So you have a lot of things in your favor, and you can't even put together a good campaign to win. You know, it's not because Obama didn't do his job, because he did his job. He's doing his job. But your party's been blocking everything he's tried to do. So you have everything in your favor, and you still can't put together a good campaign to narrow the gap and to take the lead, because you're down by 7. And like I said, the only way Mitt's going to win is by cheating. That is it. You know, and it's sad. You know, and I'll tell you something. Us black people, we're not. You know, if Obama wins or if he loses, either one, it don't matter. We're not gonna forget. Like I said, got a lot of white people behind me that stand behind me that feel the same way I do. And I love them. I love them to death. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the bad majority Republican whites, and that's a very big majority, who are you know, racist, who have shown no respect, who just don't accept that there's a black man in office, and will never accept that. And we're not going to forget that. You know, and like I said, this is nothing but the Truth Network. We're going to keep it real here. You know, we're not going to forget that. We haven't forgotten slavery. Don't think we haven't forgot that how long it took for y'all to let us vote. How Martin Luther King had to march for us to have civil rights, to do just little things. You know, like being in be able to go to the same bathroom a white person goes to. You know, and now you all don't even want us to vote. You want to stop us from voting. You know, it's crazy. You know, and then you got these idiots like this guy commented on my show last week, but he commented before on another show. Then he called me racist. Dude, I'm not the one that's doing it. This wouldn't even be coming out of my mouth. I wouldn't even be talking about racism if it wasn't being done to my people again. And you just want us to dismiss it? Man, okay, that tells it all. Take that and shove it you know where the sun don't shine. Okay? I'm not playing here. It's not no game. I'm not talking about if I voted for Obama, I'm prejudiced. Man, you know, see, these are the type of people that I dismiss because they have to be dumb, they have to be racist. For real, these are just really uneducated, stupid people. I mean, that's like saying, okay, all whites are racist because there's been all white presidents and there's all been white people running for presidency. And there's only been 3 or 4 blacks that have ran for the president. You know, Obama, Jesse Jackson, and Al Sharpton. You know, and Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson didn't get it. So was that a form of racism? These mothers are just idiots. But look, let's get to this foreign policy thing, because this is important. Because they're trying to make Obama look weak on foreign policy. How can you look weak on foreign policy when you killed the #1 terrorist, #1, the big dog, the big nasty, the dude who came over here, killed thousands, knocked down 2 iconic buildings in New York. Bush chose not to go after him. Bush chose to start his own war with, and that is the main reason why this is going on over there. It's going over there right now, just because of that. You stick your nose. How are you going to stick your nose into these people's business and tell these people what they can and can't do when they over there fighting amongst themselves anyway? You see what I'm saying? But yet you going over there and you trying to come in and tell them what to do and what not to do, and you think that they, come on, be real. And then policy, what actual policy is any president going to implement that's going to stop a group of people from doing what the heck they want to do? That's what I want to know. What freaking policy? Yeah, we're giving them aid, we're giving them money. But is the person who is the president of Egypt, let's say like Egypt, say he doesn't want, say I'm giving him the money, I'm giving him like $10 billion. He takes $1 billion off the top for himself. Okay. Now the rest of the money he does whatever, but it doesn't benefit those people that are mad, for one. And then those people that are mad, they're probably saying, well, I don't want nothing from America, period. I hate Americans. I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't want none of their money, blah, blah. So you tell me what type of effective strategy you're going to have against people who want to do you harm, want to see harm to you. There's no effective strategy that you're going to have. You can't control these people 24/7. It's just like I said about businesses. When you own your own business, okay, if I own me a big business, the president's not in my boardroom. He can't tell me to hire. He can't tell me to outsource. He can put restrictions on a few things that I do, like he can raise my taxes or something like that, or audit me, something like that. But really, there's really not too much that he can do. As long as I'm doing things within the law, inside the law, which are legal, which I'm doing. If I'm doing legal things, there's really not too much that he can control that I do. Because if I don't want to hire, I'm not hiring. Point blank. So I'm tired of this talking about what a president can do and what a president can't do. This is just a referendum on, you got a lot of the big businesses that are owned by white men, and they don't want this guy in the White House. It's just that simple. Because they're sitting on $2 trillion. And why are you worried about what's going on in another country and their money when you got people over here that all we need is jobs, and that'll get our economy going? The more jobs we have, the better our economy is going to be. I mean, that's just a simple fact. Because you're going to have people out there working. They're going to be making money. They're going to buy stuff. That in turn helps the economy grow. Period. Point blank. There's no new way to do that, where somebody's come up with something new. It's been that way and it's going to stay that way. Period. It's not going to change. That's the way it is. So if these people aren't hiring, this economy's not going to get better. But a lot of those big businesses are for Romney. They're not hiring. They're trying to get him in the office so he can so he can deregulate things, so he can give them tax breaks, and then we can continue on the same road, and hope that things get better, and knowing that things ain't. And then they're gonna say, oh well, we're going through some hard times, so we're gonna have to make some hard decisions. I'm sorry, we didn't plan for this, and whatever. But we're gonna have to make some hard choices. Medicaid, we're gonna have to get rid of. We're gonna have to privatize it. Social Security, we're gonna have to get rid of. We're gonna have to privatize it. Oh, by the way, my buddies are taking it over, and we're gonna reap the benefits from it. Yeah, okay. Just like Mitt's talking about, he's gonna go after China for their trade practices, when there's a few companies that he wanted to buy in China that are like sweatshops back in the day, and a few companies he wanted to invest in, and he did some outsourcing over to China as well. And basically, like they're saying, he's going into companies, not making the companies profitable, just getting his money and getting out. So the full truth of what he's been doing, him, so-called business guy, is full of a bunch of malarkey. You know, it's a lie, point blank. You know, because a lot of those companies now aren't doing that great. So what happened if they're so good? And if you were so good, why isn't your campaign? Why aren't you winning this battle between this head-to-head battle with Obama? Seeing as that your parties they've done everything they could to make Obama look bad. Everything. They've made sure this economy stayed down. They made sure that people that voted for Obama, some of the people that voted for Obama in '08 aren't going to vote for him now because of the lies and stuff that your party's told. And you still don't have a lead. Because we're all seeing, well, I've saw through the truth. I've been, not a lot of people like me. I've been saw through the truth. I've been saw through your lies and you saying that this and that. And, no, you can't even run your campaign. So how you gonna run this world, this country, when you can't even run a good campaign? Come on, man. You done had everything's been handed to you. Just like everything in your life's been handed to you. And your party didn't want this economy to get good because they said that from the get-go. They didn't want Obama to have a second term. Point blank. And they did everything that they could do to make sure of that. And then here comes along you waltzing along. Mr. Massachusetts governor, I created jobs, but you were 47 out of 50. Come on, dude. Really? I haven't got rid of this light to dark thing, y'all, but I'm gonna have to give me a black background. You might have to hang me up a black background. It takes time. We working on things, changing the set. I've changed the set. Probably change it again, but just like I said, let's jump back to the foreign policy. How are you gonna tell people who have been fighting longer than I've been living all their lives? How are you going to tell these people what they can and can't do, go over to their country? I don't care how much aid you give them. I don't care who's running the country. We aren't over there where we can monitor what these guys are doing that we give the money to. We can't. And we're not the police of the world. And that's what these Republicans want to do. They're going to get us killed. Because you gotta realize that if we didn't have the wars, the Pentagon would have nothing to do. Nothing. As long as we have wars, the Pentagon makes money. As long as we have wars, these private contracting companies, like the Edgewater or like Halliburton, these type of companies, they make money, and they make billions off of government contracts. That's money, and a lot of these politicians are beholden to that. But you don't see Obama beholden to that. Now you look at Obama and you look at Mitt. Look who's rolling Mitt's oil companies, big business, Wall Street. They all have an agenda. Now, you see who bankrolled Obama in '08. Now they mad at him. What does that tell you? He wasn't playing that, okay, you give me money, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you. No. I'm going to run this country. Period. I'm going to run this country so everybody gets a fair shot. Not just you because you got all that money. In '08, yeah, he had some billionaires. Yeah, okay, wow. But he had nowhere near what Romney has, nowhere near what the Republican Party has. Okay, period. He got his money from ordinary people like me and you, grassroots. That's how he got all that money. And like I said, them mothers were sitting around and watching that in '08, and they was steaming hot because they couldn't do nothing about it at that point. Couldn't do nothing about it. They were steaming hot. They said, we ain't gonna let this black man, ain't no way I'm gonna let this black man outspend us and outdo us. We gonna get him. We gonna get him. They had a plan. They got together a plan. But you know what though? That plan ain't solid. Because this guy, This guy knows how to strategize. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now, you can't strategize everything. You can't do everything. But guarantee you things are going to be a lot better when he gets his second term. These dudes want to stop it. We know they want to stop it. You know, if they could find a way to impeach him or a way for them to execute him, get rid of him, like Kennedy, they would. And I bet you they've talked about that as well. But see, the ramifications of that happening in the black community up and going in an uproar and doing what's going over there in the foreign countries, they're not going to take that risk. But I can guarantee you that this came across their mind, that they thought about it and they weighed in on it. But they're not that. They're bold, but they're not that bold, you know. And you know, to come out and say, you know, it's like Rick Santorum was talking during the speech, saying that about conservatives, you know, the media's never gonna have their back. Y'all got Fox News, one of the biggest networks. They're firmly behind you. Who you trying to impress, dude? It's the same dude who's talking about Mitt bad. Him, Newt, all of them. They wasn't lying. They was telling the truth. You know, but it's all good. We're still ahead. We got a 7-point head. We're not going to rest on, I hope we don't rest on that 7-point lead. I hope we keep hitting them and keep hitting them hard. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going to really piss them off is us getting back in the office again for another term, another 4 years. And for another 4 years, this time, they're not going to get away with what they got away with now. They cannot, if they do what they did his first term, we are really going to be bad. And I ain't got the president to let that happen, for one. You know, so we got things figured out now. We know where we're going and what we're going to do. But I suggest to everybody out there, man, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do to make your situations better. You just got to go, you know, you got Google, you got everything. You just got to go online and figure it out, you know, and make it happen. You know, there's certain things you can do with minimal investment, with a minimal investment, and roll with it. But you got a plan, you got a strategy, like the president did, going to get Osama bin Laden. You got a strategy. You got a plan for a mistake. Because if you think that you're not going to make a mistake, or you're not going to have, or you think you're just going to go to the top and that's it, no, it doesn't work like that. It don't. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and these guys, they took hits early on. Now that they're rich, they take hits too. You know? But you got to plan, and you got to be strategic, and you got to stay steady. Like Obama, you got to stay steady. And that's it. You know, you can't get scared and, you know, because that's not going to help the situation. And Romney's not steady. He's not. He's a big freaking liar. And this is another thing I'm trying to think, you know, from the things that I've been through in my life that I put myself through. Not nobody else, that I put myself through. How can you be for someone who does not want to tell the truth and you don't want to seek out the truth? How? And like I said, I'm so tired of hearing all this, all politicians lie. No, not all politicians lie. Not all newscasters lie. Not all newscasters are just out for being news. Some do have the passion to want to tell the truth and tell the news and do it and do that, like I'm doing. Whether you want to believe it or not, hey, from what I said to now, you cannot. The way Mitt is trying to frame this is that the president doesn't know what he's doing. But dude, what are you doing? What did you do when you were in Massachusetts. You were 47th. You don't even want to talk about your record too much. You don't even want to talk about your record at Bain. You just want to say, oh, I created this and I created that. Oh, I did the limbs. I did. Okay, let's go into detail. What actually did you do? Because you haven't gone into nothing actually that you have done to help anything, to help this country. You got your money overseas. That money could be over here in banks helping out our banks, helping out our businesses. But it's not. It's overseas. That's where you got your money at. You've done business with China, but now all of a sudden you want to go after them for bad trade practices. Obama's done that several times. He's don't see but don't nobody know that. Yeah. Several times, more than several. You know, he's going out and, you know, there's a lot of things, you know, it's like the Dodd-Frank. You're talking about you're going to get rid of that. There's a lot of things in the Dodd-Frank that haven't even kicked in yet. But it's doing its job, and it's going to help to stop what happened with AIG, with the mortgage companies. It's going to stop all of that. Yeah, but see, you don't care. You want to deregulate that because you were one of those guys who went into a company that was failing, didn't care if that company had came back and rose out the ashes, or if it went down. And basically, a lot of them went down. But yet, you still got paid. You went in, you took your money, you went in, took money, and rolled out. And the company, that's what they get for dealing with you. You know, you went in, took money, and rolled out. And the company went under. Companies went under. You know, and that's what now you guys are outspending Obama with all these ads, and they're not even working. So like I said, the only thing that you can do is cheat. The only thing you can do is cheat. And we will all know. They're not going to admit it over there, but we know. We know on the left. If you win, we know exactly what happened if you win. Ain't no secret. Y'all been doing it since day one. Even before Obama. This election thing stole it for Bush. You know? Well, we're gonna see what's, with these uprisings, which, no president can control. You can't, like I said, how you gonna control what another country do? How you gonna control a group of people in a country that have no regard for no human life? And not even their own. So how are you going to implement a policy that's going to take care of that and stop them from doing what they want to do? Now this guy admit he's going to Telemundo and talk to them, and he's talking to the Spanish people because he want to try to get more Spanish. They ain't dumb, man. They ain't messing with you. You out your mind? They ain't messing with you, man. You pandering. You running around. You desperate, man. You desperate as I don't know what. But look, y'all. I just want to keep y'all engaged. We don't really get into too much depth. I try to make it easy for everybody to understand. Politics is a complex thing. I don't know everything. I know enough, but I don't know everything. And along with y'all, we can learn more. We can help each other to determine and to know exactly what's going on out here, and making a good decision on who we're going to vote for and how we're going to move forward as a country. These guys don't care about how we're us. They don't care about us. It's me with them. And that's the first thing that we also have to realize, that we can't have one party that's just me, and then another party that is us, but the me party is the party that's making it look like both parties are me, and it's not that way. Like I said, that's the thing. That's another thing that I hate, and that's that mentality. It's like if I hang with a killer, I'm a killer too, but I'm not hanging with no killer. Not gonna hang with no killer. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying. I'm just rambling on. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats have always looked out for everybody, and they're always going to, and they reflect America. I mean, all you gotta do is go back to the conventions and see, and that right there will tell you. So look, you know who to vote for, so we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and by the way, I got one pet peeve before I go. That wide receiver, he needs to lose his job. Yeah. We need to get rid of that dude. He fucked up yesterday. We had a chance to either kick a field goal or maybe get a first down and win it in regulation or go to overtime. But he blew that by throwing the ball at the cornerback. How stupid is that? We could be 2-0 right now. But you know what though? I'm not worried. But like I said, man, it's still I'm still not impressed with the Shanahans, period. And I really don't think I ever will be. Even if they go to the Super Bowl, I don't think, no. They rub me the wrong way. I don't like them, period. You know, I want them gone. I think we get another whole new coaching staff in there. And excuse me for that. And we'll be, I think we'll be better off. I really do. Because, you know, our defense, I don't know what the heck we were doing staying in that soft zone defense through the whole game. What the heck? That's just, oh my God, it's stupid. But we got a fantastic quarterback. Our defense did not look good. It did not look impressive at all. But you know what? Peace. I'll holler at y'all Wednesday.